And it's a funny thing, you know, the mystics keep telling us again and again, reality is all right. Reality is not problematic. Problems only exist in the human mind. We might add, in the stupid, asleep human mind. Reality is not problematic. Take away human beings from this planet, and life would go on, and nature would go on in all her loveliness and her violence. Where would the problem be? No problem. You created the problem. You are the problem. You identified with the me. This is the problem. So understand that the feeling is in you, not in reality. Third step. Never, ever identify with that feeling. There's nothing to do with the I. Don't define your essential self in terms of those feelings. Don't say, I am depressed. You want to say, it is depressed, that's okay. You want to say, depression is there, that's fine. You want to say, gloominess is there, that's fine. But not, I am gloomy. You're defining yourself in terms of that feeling. That's your illusion. That's your mistake. You watch it. There is a depression there right now. There is a hurt feeling there right now. Let it be. Leave it alone. It'll pass. Everything passes. But everything. Your depressions and your thrills have nothing to do with happiness. Your depressions and your thrills have nothing to do with your happiness. Those are the swings of the pendulum. I told you yesterday, if you're seeking kicks, you're seeking thrills, get ready for the depression. You want your drug? Get ready for the hangover. One end of the pendulum swings to the other. This has nothing to do with I. This has nothing to do with happiness. This is the me. You know, if you remember this, if you say this to yourself 1,000 times, if you try these 3 steps 1,000 times, maybe you won't even need to do it 3 times. I don't know. There's no rule for it. But do it 1,000 times, you'll make the biggest discovery in your life. To hell with those gold mines in Alaska. What are you going to do with that gold if you're not happy? If you can't live? You found gold. You're a king. You're a princess. You're free. You don't care anymore about being accepted or rejected. Makes no difference. You know this thing that psychologists tell us about how important it is to get a sense of belonging? Baloney. What do you want to belong to anybody for? What do you want to belong to any group for? Doesn't matter anymore. You tell me there's an African tribe. A friend of mine told me that just 3 or 4 days ago. There was an African tribe, there is an African tribe, where capital punishment means you're ostracized. You're thrown out of the tribe. And the man dies, or the woman dies. Just dies, physically. From the impact of that feeling, that they're ostracized. You know, if you were kicked out of New York City, or wherever you're residing, you wouldn't die. How come he dies? Because he partakes of the common stupidity of humanity. He thinks he wouldn't be able to live if he did not belong. Not much different from most people, is it? He's convinced he needs to belong. You don't need to belong to anybody. You don't need to belong to anything or any group. Who told you that? You don't need to be loved. Who fooled you? What you need is to be free. What you need is to love. That, yes, that's your nature. What you need is to be happy. But to be loved? What are you talking about? What you're really telling me is you want to be desired. You idiot. You want to be applauded. You want to be attractive. You want to have all the little monkeys running after you. You're wasting your life. Wake up. Wake up. You don't need this. You could be blissfully happy without this. Your society is not going to be happy to hear this, you know, because you become terrifying when you open your eyes and understand this. How do you control this kind of person? He doesn't need you. He's not threatened by your criticism. He doesn't care what you think of him or what you say about him. He's cut all those strings. He's not a puppet anymore. He's terrifying. We got to get rid of him. Crucify him. He tells the truth. He's become fearless. He stopped being human. human. Behold the human being, at last, broke out of his slavery, broke out of their prison. Quick summary. First step,